Hello everyone. So let's assume that you've seen the previous video and you're really curious about that software that was discussed there, and you want to kind of get a look and feel for it, find out if it's just a bunch of hype or does it really do what we said it can do. I'm going to go really quickly through this so that you can get in there and get started. But right away, what you're going to get, we're going to go through the first phase, and that is that software we're telling you about, being proactive and finding all those schools you qualify for. So this is the software you'll use. When you come to the home page, you'll see this home page, which is where all your information is. Everything you need to know will be in there. This is where you're going to use this software that I'm showing right now. This is really our proactive software. This is the one that those professional recruiting services use. Now, they don't all use this one, but quite a few of them do. And this is when you spend that $800 to $1,500 to $2,500 for that private recruiting service. This is exactly what they do. Okay, they use software similar to this to find the schools that your kid qualifies for, and then they're going to go for the low-hanging fruit, which are schools that they're familiar with, they know about. You want all your options. So even if you decided to go the recruiting way, using the recruiting service, and there's nothing wrong with them. Imagine you pay someone $800 or $2,500, and they get your kid a scholarship worth more than that. Then you've done a great thing, right? You've saved yourself some money. So it's nothing against recruiting services. The thing I want you to remember is two things, really. One, a recruiting service will normally find the schools they really think you can get to. And the reason I'm never against recruiting services is most of them will not take your money if they don't think they can help you. They're going to pick the kids that they know can play at the next level, and they know they can find some spot for them. Those are the people they're going to take on. So they're not crooks, or at least most of them aren't. Okay, the majority of them are very legitimate businesses, and they do a great job for you, but they are going to look for the low-hanging fruit, the schools that they're familiar with, that they have contacts with, and those may not necessarily be the best fit for your student athlete. So you want to know all of your choices. So even if you use one of those recruiting services, you should sign on with us, get the entire list of schools your student athlete qualifies for, and then you go back to that recruiting service and say, hey, it's really great what you did, but what about these schools? We'd be interested in these. They have the major they want. They have the part of the country we really want them to play in. We have family there. Whatever it is, you want to make sure that you know all of your options, and I'm going to reiterate that over and over throughout this entire program, because it is the key. You do not want your kid to go somewhere and be miserable for 4 years simply because they have an athletic scholarship. I know some parents are okay with that. Suck it up. You got to do it. But these are your kids. You've been taking care of them all this time. It's no use stopping now. You want to do your due diligence. So I'm going to go really quickly here, and we have I picked baseball, a Division II. I put an ACT score in here. That's middle of the road, and I've made them a B student. The only thing I haven't selected here is a region, and if I wanted to, it could be the north, south, east, west, but you don't have to do that. You can just, but if you want to filter in, you kind of know where you want to go. You want to go ahead and put a filter in here, and then all I'm really going to do here is click find my colleges. So there are other options here, and we'll go over those inside, but right now we're going to go really quickly. Okay, so with the criteria that I selected, this is a list of the first page of a list of schools that this person would qualify for. Great little list here. Probably a lot of schools here that you've never heard of, but these are schools that offer scholarships for baseball at the Division II level, and that with that GPA and that ACT or SAT score, this student athlete qualifies for. Really important. And you can see there's multiple pages available here, and I'm not going to go through all those right now because I just want to show you the software. Now at some point you're going to pick a college, and let's say this Carson Newman College is really interesting to you, so you want to go over to this side of the page, and you're going to go ahead and click on View Info, and let's see what happens. Okay, so I clicked that View Info link that I told you about, and here I get the coach's name, the coach's phone number. Here's the coach's email if I wanted to use that and email them real quick, and then you're going to learn a lot about the college. Here's the link directly to the college, and here's a link to the college sports page. And we talk a lot inside about what happens when you go to that sports page, how to find out whether the school even needs you or what you do, and how many people are in that position, and what grade are they in, because you don't want to go someplace. You want to go someplace where maybe you get to play early. So these are a lot of things to think about, and we discuss and cover all of them inside of the Proactive Parent Program. Okay, and then we talk about what division they are and the tuition and whether it's private or public. academic ratings, everything you need to know, the enrollment size, so you know it's a small school or a big school, everything you need to know, okay? And then we tell you how to send or to contact that coach correctly. Makes a big difference. All right, so let's move on. So now you know all about that software we were telling you about. It does exactly what I told you it would do, and I don't think we overhyped it. So let's go to our next thing, which is, if you look back up here at the top, the user profile. This is where you're going to add that profile, and I told you guys about that. So let's go really quickly. Okay, so I'm on the user profile page. Nothing fancy here, but very, very powerful. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to come in here, and you're going to fill in all of this information in this recruiting profile. And here's what's going to happen. Oh, right down here, I wanted to show you guys this really quick. I wanted to show you, this is where you're going to put a link. So you want to put together a recruiting video. So we talk about that inside the Proactive Parent. We even give you an example of a really good one that we know that worked. And we also do the same thing with recruiting letters. We show you examples of letters that actually work, because these kids are in playing now at the collegiate level that use these letters. But all you're going to do here is put a link here, and they're going to be able to view those your film, your video, and that's how they're going to be able to decide whether or not they believe you have what it takes, and so we can move forward. So what's going to happen on this page? How is this so powerful? Well, here's what's going to happen. Remember, I told you guys in the NCRF they have hired staff dedicated to looking at all of these profiles. This is big. This is what they're going to do. They're going to look at these profiles, and they're going to try to see, using their contacts that the NCRF already has with hundreds, thousands of schools. Okay, they're going to see if they can find some place for you. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I told you guys about this. We have recruiters across the country that needed a place to put the kids that they found. They needed some place to add their profiles to that they could get to really quickly, no matter where they are. We allow them to have their kids come over here and add their profiles, and they have promised us, since their kids have their profiles here, they'll go ahead and look at other kids in here and see if they can help them out too. Now here's a really important part about this, because the last thing you need is a bunch of recruiters calling you up, getting your contact information, and calling you up and trying to sell you on some other program. Everything we do here is included in that low price that you saw on this front page. Everything we do is included there. So what we're going to give them is a list. We're going to allow them to be able to see part of your video, but they don't have your contact information, so they can't get directly to you. And then if they see someone they like, they will call us up. We'll give them the rest of the information they need. So you never have to worry about a bunch of recruiters or companies coming after you. We're going to take care of that for you. Then number three, and here's the last piece of this profile setup. The NCRF has been around for 15 years, over 15 years, and they have connection to hundreds and hundreds and thousands of colleges, but there are hundreds of colleges that come out to their individual events that have been supporting them year after year after year. Those colleges have full access to this profile database, and they can come in at any time they need a player. They're looking for players. Most schools cannot send representatives across the country to all the viewing events and showcases and combines. They just don't have the money to do it. The smaller schools don't have the budget to do it, and so they just stay in their own little backyard. But they would love to find kids from across the country. It helps them not only in their program, so that they're not all fighting for the same set of kids in a geographical area, but it helps them recruit kids across the country to come to their school later. If they get you, you'll come home and tell someone else about what a great program it is, and other kids will want to go. It's really a win-win for everyone. Well, we're going to give them access to this database. These are all trusted family members as far as the NCRF is concerned, and we're going to make sure they can get to you, that they can see what you have to offer, and who knows what'll happen. Now, there's no promises here, and again, this is in the profile section, hoping to be discovered. And to us, that is not the best way to go about it, but it's better than the alternative of paying thousands of dollars to go to a viewing tournament or a combine or a showcase, hoping one of those coaches in the stands discovers you. This is much better than that. So we're giving you those 4 ways of getting there, right? We're giving you that professional level software so you can find those schools that you qualify for and have your sport, and we give you the contact information, and you're going to contact them the right way, and you're going to get some feedback, and we'll tell you how to follow up, and we'll tell you what to do next. Then you're going to go ahead and upload your profile and let us try to do a little bit of the work for you. And we're going to do all of this at the best possible price. There's no one can touch this. I know I haven't overhyped it. If anything, the power of this thing, we've undersold it. Join us. Join us today. You cannot miss out. This is a great opportunity. And I don't care what else you've been doing or what else you're doing right now. You want to do this in addition to it. Best value, best, most powerful situation. We're giving you four opportunities to increase your odds of getting an athletic scholarship. All right, guys, that's it. As always, best of luck to you, best of luck to your student athlete, and let's keep them in the game. Bye.